AITA for not passing on an heirloom to my daughter-in-law? I am 48F and my eldest is 22M. He's been with his fiancée, daughter-in-law, since they were 20 and he wants to marry her. I'd always liked her before now. She's a smart girl, she fits in well with the family, she's driven, and she makes my son happy. Everything was all roses until they got engaged. Now since I was little I was fascinated with jewelry. When I was older and married and had my own income, one started to collect rings. I would design them myself, used to ask friends and family to give me cash I could put towards them, and save up my disposable income towards whatever ring I wanted. Edit 2. Okay, apparently this above paragraph is controversial. It is the custom of my family since always to give cash in celebrations. It's also very normal in my community to ask your friends to give cash. I have done this myself for my friends. However, the majority of the cost of each piece of jewelry was always borne by me. Whatever I got from birthdays was a bonus top-up, not something I relied on to be able to afford it. It would be less than 10% of each piece, definitely not the bulk. 10% being the highest, but mostly it was around the 3 to 4% mark if any. Sorry, but quite a few comments are being derailed by this. I wasn't buying one every year, but over time I have a nice collection of rings. My favorite are a sapphire with a halo of diamonds, an emerald and a trilogy with 1 CT diamonds either side, and a ruby set in a paid band. After son got engaged and we invited him and DIL to dinner at home, DIL asked to speak to me. She said she's been seeing my emerald ring over the years and she has always wanted one. She pointed out that I wear it least often, which is true, and demanded that I gift it to her as an heirloom engagement ring. This is in addition to other wedding gifts and expenses we had discussed as a family during dinner. This includes gold to the value of approximately £6,000, which is honestly more than my entire wedding cost, and which I still think is a significant amount. This rubbed me the wrong way, and I admit I accused her of trying to pick through my estate before I'm even dead. I told her the ring is mine and I can even sell it on my deathbed if I want to. She has no right to expect it and she's being a rude brat by demanding it. She yelled at me that something like this can't just be sold, it should be an heirloom and it's normal for heirlooms to be passed on while the wearer is still alive. I told her to leave if she was just in my home to demand my property, and she stormed out, taking my son with her. She's mad at me, and son says I should have just passed the ring to her since I have others, and it would be a nice gesture to welcome her to the family. He says it's no different than his sister occasionally borrowing some of my pieces. My husband and my daughter are on my side, but this is the first time my son has shut me out like this, so was I wrong? Edit, daughter-in-law has an engagement ring already. It's beautiful and I would call it expensive. This is not a case of her being proposed to without a ring.